Hello everyone and welcome back to Bitcoin Tips. So today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 cryptocurrency scams that you need to know about so you can avoid losing money to potential scams in 2022. So before we get into the video, I want to make sure to let you know you should watch this video all the way through to the very end to make sure that you get a look at all of these scams and how they could possibly affect you and your crypto holdings. So let's get right into it today. So basically, with how much money that has come into cryptocurrency, there are more and more people every single day trying to scam people like you and me out of our cryptocurrency. Whether you are claiming from faucets, you are mining, cloud mining, just investing and holding, however you are getting your crypto, there are people out there trying to take it from you. And it's not really just about getting crypto and getting your money. It can be just having you invest in sites that you think are really good or invest in projects that you think are really good. So there's a ton of different things to look out for, and we're going to be talking about 10 of the most popular and dangerous crypto scams. So the first one here, number one, is going to be anything that is asking for your private keys. Basically, if you're not sure what the private keys are, they are the part of your crypto wallet that ensures that it is yours. You have a public and a private key. The public key is what you give out when you're asking for crypto, whether you're getting paid, whether you're investing and sending it to a wallet, or if you're, putting it into a faucet to withdraw. Those are basically the keys. The private key is what unlocks your crypto wallet if you forget the password and need to recover it. Usually you'll get those when you first create the wallet, as well as like a seed phrase with, it can be a private key or call it seed phrase, which is like 12 random words in a specific order. And really, you'll never, ever, ever, ever for any reason have to give those out to anyone or any site for any reason. Even if you're never going to be on support with a team, or support is never going to reach out from Coinbase or Gemini and say, hey, we need the private keys to your wallet. If you get that, don't respond to it. And if you are legitimately concerned about it, go to the trusted site and start a support ticket or a chat or a phone call that way. So a lot of times they'll offer like a prize in crypto, and they'll say, hey, you won half a Bitcoin, or you're the 1 millionth customer. Enter in your keys here so we can send it to you. They don't need your private key. They just need the public key. So you'll never ever have to enter that in. Only your public key, which is basically your main address. So there's a couple articles out here about what the difference is between those. If you're still not sure, definitely make sure you learn the difference so you don't fall victim to this. So the second thing that I'm going to talk about here involves coming over to a YouTube channel for the example, and this is going to be asking for people to invest in a project based off being a reputable creator. Now, I couldn't find a great example of this, which I guess is a good thing, but it does happen on YouTube, Discord, and Telegram. You might see comments actually on this video or other videos like this one, similar to this comment right here, where it says, giving with looking up, and it says hacker Michael _trader1 on Telegram. All praise to this team for being my life backup when I thought everything was gone. You will forever be remembered. First of all, that was a horrible sentence. I had to really think to not stutter during that. But these are fake. Never contact these people. You might get DMs on Telegram or Discord saying, hey, I am Bitcoin Tips. I'm going to need you to send me this money or whatever. Never respond to it. Even in my Discord here, I'll bring it up. If I bring my Discord over, can we see that? I actually can't see it. Let me change the OBS thing here to show Discord, which isn't showing up on the thing. Anyways, but I have in my Discord server, my name is Bitcoin Tips in parentheses, will not DM first. So if you ever get a DM from someone claiming that they are me, or in a similar case from other creators, don't respond to it, don't invest in anything, and never ever respond to those. And if you do think that you might actually be getting contacted by the creator, check their official Discord hashtag number. They can, no one can copy that, no one can make it fake and stuff like that. So those are some great rules to live by. But moving on to number 3 here is cryptocurrency coin burns. A lot of times, if you are in a new project, there could be a coin burn, which is a legitimate strategy for reducing the circulating supply, thus boosting the price of crypto. Well, a lot of times you'll get a message saying, hey, you need to send your coins to this wallet to be a part of the burn. You're helping support the community. Your coins that you don't send will go up in value, when in all reality, it's just someone taking your coins. It's not a burn wallet. You're just sending it to them. So burns are often done through the collection of fees from exchanging or sending, and it is built into the original code and the white paper of the cryptocurrency. If you are part of a coin that's talking about a burn in the white paper, it will explicitly say how that burn works. Maybe it's 5% of the fee that is collected or whatever. You'll never have to send your coins. Now, that doesn't mean you can't. There are some times where a development team will say, hey, here is the public address for the burn wallet if you want to see what's going on, how many coins have been burned. If you're also a big believer in the project, you are welcome to send coins to it, but they will never make you send your coins. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So moving on to number 4 here, the, seed phrases. That's what we're going to be talking about here, is getting a seed phrase from a different wallet. This, again, could be someone DMing you claiming that crypto might be illegal where they're located in the world and that they need to get rid of it, and they're just giving it to someone. You can either donate it, you can keep it, whatever, it doesn't matter to them. What you might do as an experienced person in crypto is look up on the blockchain what's in the wallet. Maybe it's empty, and to your surprise, there's a couple $100, maybe $1,000 in there. And basically what you have to do is then send some money. It might have like USDT in it, or another cryptocurrency that you have to send maybe $50 in Ethereum to get out. Well, in your case, if there's $1,000 in there, you have to spend $50, you're still walking away with $950. Wrong. Basically what they're going to do is they're going to monitor that address on the blockchain with some code, and as soon as your $50 in Ethereum or whatever you had to send gets there, it immediately transfers within milliseconds to another address, and you've just lost your $50. They never really lost the $100,000 or whatever's in the wallet, because they can always transfer it out, and anytime you try and transfer it out, the money for the fee is already taken away. So moving on to number 5 here, which could be smart contract bugs. Now, this is kind of hard to see, and really the best way to avoid this is stay away from really, really, really new projects and things that might just seem too good to be true. Sometimes they're, looks like the page isn't responding, but sometimes what can happen is the development team puts in code from the beginning that it is meant to be a bug. So it's not necessarily the definition of a bug, where if you buy the token, you just simply can't sell it back. Or you might get the coin, but you can't get it back into other cryptocurrencies. So just do some research, read the white papers, find out if the team is who they say they are, and just kind of do your own research, and don't just buy into a coin because of some hype or because you read one post on Twitter that said it's the next rocket to the moon or Mars coin. So moving on to number 6 here, phishing sites. Now, I pulled up the generic term for phishing here. If you're not familiar with what that is, it is a term across all of technology, and basically it just means a site that's not real that looks real. This is really important to watch out for, and again, it's why I usually recommend use the links that are in the descriptions of my videos. They are the legitimate links that will take you to the sites. A lot of times, when you make an account on a site, I always recommend bookmark it. You have that official site. Anytime you go back to use it, click that bookmark. Sometimes you will see sites that have very, very, very small changes. If it's like, like this one here is csrc.nist.gov. Obviously, this is a government site, but what you might see is they might change that I to a 1, or they might change the S to a 3. Or they might just take off this C altogether. It'll just be csr.nist. So they might also do some things like changing .com to .io, and they might change smart contracts that are within the site. So when you do deposit, it looks like everything's working, but you'll never get that money back again. So always make sure you're using the right sites. So moving on to number 7, which is fake ICOs. Usually, projects will offer coins to early investors, and this is an attempt to raise money for the project while they're working on it. And something that can really happen is that they never intend to create that project. They're just trying to get your money and disappear. This is why you want to make sure that there is a lot of information out there about the project, a good roadmap, a good white paper, and try and do some research on the team. See if what they say they're doing and who they are is true. You know, if there's someone on the team that is a very well-known crypto developer, of course it's always hard to tell, but if they have videos about what they're doing, that makes it a lot easier to see as well. Once you send money to an ICO, you get the coins, or you get a contract saying you'll get the coins, but you might never get that money back. So if the project seems too good to be true, or you think, why has no one ever done this, it might just be a scam, and they're never actually going to write a single line of code for that coin. Always look through and try and find a legit white paper that talks about the roadmap and see how it's going and where they're at in the process. If it really seems too good to be true, keep an eye on it, see what happens. If it's still there in a few months, maybe it's time to invest, and you might have missed out on some profits, but at least you didn't get scammed. So moving on to number 8, which is going to be hidden whales. Now, if you're not familiar with what a Bitcoin whale is, basically it's someone who holds a very large amount of a single cryptocurrency and could possibly do a 51% attack on a network. Or they could just sell all of their coins and crash the value by 50, 60, 70% and take all the money out of the market cap. Now, of course, this really isn't a huge concern in Bitcoin anymore, but there are still a few wallets out there that have a ton of Bitcoin that could really mess with the price. But if you come across a coin that has, say, we'll just keep it simple with Bitcoin, 21 million coins, and a single wallet has 10 million of them, well, that's 50% roughly, a little under 50% of the coins, and who knows how many are circulating. There might only be 12 million circulating at the time. So that means they have 80% of the, or roughly 80% of the total supply. So you'll want to watch out for those. Something that they'll do is send the coins to other wallets. While it is a little bit of work, you can go back through the blockchain and see where each coin transaction came from, and if they all originated from the same wallet, that's a big red flag. And if you're ever concerned that there might be a whale situation going on, do this research. It might take 15-20 minutes, but it could really save you some money in the end. So one of the next coins that I want to, or one of the next scams that I want to talk about is a coin that has a very low price that markets as it will go up really fast. This is something that we're seeing a lot with Dogecoin copies, Shiba Inu copies, stuff like that. And I pulled up an old project that I used to work on and be a part of that I had a lot of crypto invested in called Various Coin. Now, the max supply was 50 billion coins. That is a super large amount of coins. There was no burns. There was nothing. The original developer had like 80% of the coins, which is going back to scams, or the last scam there, that's a big red flag. I did some work with the project here, tried to save it, but it just was unsavable. The price was so cheap, and a lot of times what'll happen is people will market it as, look how cheap it is. You spend $100, if it, it has a much higher chance of going up 1,000% than Bitcoin. So you spend $100, you might walk away with 10,000 in a few months. Well, what they do is they do that, everybody starts buying in, the original owners start selling off, take some profits, the price goes up a little bit, but it never goes much higher, and you end up losing some money or making a very, very small amount, but there's a huge risk that comes along with it. So that's a big thing to watch out for, especially with all these little new coins popping up trying to run off the hype of Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. So the final one here, again, kind of goes back to ICOs and Bitcoin whales, and kind of a combination of all of these is, make sure you use your trust to see how the project is and if it's legit. Look through the white paper, look through the team. If they have a lot of really qualified people, do some research on those people. If it comes up that those people are really qualified, but they're working full-time on another project, chances are they're not working on this new project. So they could just be making people and profiles and taking pictures, putting it on the website. You know, say you find Joe Smith over here, who's really well known in crypto and has been working on a project that's been around for 5 years, but then this new project that's 2 months old says that Joe Smith is the lead developer. Chances are, if he's working for this huge successful project, he's not messing around with some small new cryptocurrency. That's not always the case, but if you do see that, it's a huge red flag. So always doing a little bit of research on the team is good as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you learned something, make sure to leave a like, and if you made it this far in the video, leave a comment down below. I really do hope that this helped. I never want to see anybody lose money in crypto, and with all the new scams and stuff like that in today's world of crypto, it's more and more likely. So please be careful with your crypto as we move forward into 2022, and I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing. We upload a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, all about cryptocurrency and how to make and spend and collect it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.